I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered what a swamp smells like? Have you ever had the sensation of being swampy? Have you ever had the urge to wrestle with a gator, put a crawfish in a headlock, or just slap a baby pelican? Well, guys, I think I got the perfect natural bar soap just for you. That's right, you. This week I'm going to be taking a closer look at Sudsy's Bear Swamp Dweller. So with that being said, let's cue the music and get right into the review. Hey, what is up, my guy? This is Natural Soap Man once again with another review. I hope you're doing good. I hope the family's safe. I hope you're crushing it, as always. I hope you're doing good out there, whatever it is you're doing. Well, guys, if you remember correctly, the last two times in our last two reviews, we've been checking out Sudsy's Bear. Well, we're coming back again for our third time. The last two times we checked out their Big Woods Buck Hunter and their Old Forest Pine Tar. Now, if you're interested in those reviews, I will leave a link in the description below so you can go check those out. I encourage you to do, because those were awesome, fantastic soap. Now, in the case with the Swamp Dweller, I'm particularly really excited because this one hits pretty close to home, as being from South Louisiana, being basically born and raised in the swamps. I'm really excited to check this one out. So let's get into it. Let's do what we do, zoom in on the soaps, and then we'll talk about it. Sweet deal. Now that we had the opportunity to take a closer look at the packaging and the soap itself, as you can tell with the packaging, we got the paper sleeve again, right? Very simple, vintage style, very simplistic, but very effective too, right? The soap itself looks really cool, actually. I like the deep, dark green, swampy green even, right? Aesthetic. I think it's also really cool if you look close enough that it's not obvious, but if you look close enough at the soap, it does have like these little brown swirls. I almost have like a rust look to it, which actually it is rust, but it's really cool. Has a really good color palette, and it does make sense. It gives off a very swamp-like vibe, so I think they did a good job there. It actually fits the theme, and also like the oatmeal actually plays a part too, right? Like it looks like just like bits of piece of rock and trash and other things that you find in a swamp. So color palette wise, aesthetic wise, actually did a really good job. So well done. So let's go ahead and post those ingredients on the screen, and all I gotta say is boom. As you can tell, we have a ton of ingredients here. I mean, first and foremost, we have 6 different oils, which is already twice as many as most companies are doing these days. So what that means is that you should be experiencing a really powerful moisturizing effect, and also see a really nice lather here. Now, I do want to know that it's important to know that that's not all these ingredients are good for. They have a ton of other health benefits, right? They provide your skin with nutrients and minerals and really essential healthy fats for your skin to operate, right? And they also are naturally antimicrobial and things like that. So I just wanted to point that out, make sure, because I know I say that a lot in my reviews, but I just want to make it clear those ingredients are more than just moisturizers. They also offer a lot of other things for your skin as well. But also, as you notice, we have 4 different essential oils as well. We have a pine, we also have fir needle here, we have a zesty orange. I don't quite know what zesty means, but whatever. And we also have a cedarwood. So we got a lot of different oils here. It's also important to note is that we have no fragrance oils, as synthetic or natural. The scent you get is being naturally derived from the pure essential oils that are in this soap. So that's really cool. And as you notice, we also have oatmeal and pumice powder, which makes this soap an exfoliating soap. And one of the things I wanted to point out, I forgot to in the last review, is that these soaps by Sudsy Bear, the ones I reviewed so far, it's really neat because they all have like a sandpaper vibe to it. Yeah, they all have like a really gritty sensation or gritty feeling on top when you pass your hand along them, and it's really cool. And I believe that's from the pumice powder, and it could also be from the white acorn powder as well. Maybe, I'm not sure, because I know the Annato seed powder, that's just for coloring. You got the natural iron oxide, that's for coloring as well. So you do have those powders, but I don't think those are for exfoliating purposes. I think those are just for the color effect, as you see. Impressive enough, but we're not even done yet. We also have organic shea butter. We also have pine tar extract. We even have activated charcoal. So man, it's very impressive. We just have these many ingredients that's being jam-packed into these soaps. And I just think that's really, really cool. And it shows that even if you do have a lot of ingredients, you don't necessarily mean you have to have any cookie cutter, or doesn't have to be a bad thing, you know what I mean? It's actually really cool, and it's really neat to see that. So, but those are ingredients, guys. Let's move on to the next part of the video where we're gonna do a sniff test, and that's typically where I try to do my best to describe what this soap's gonna smell like. So let's move right on. Dude, first things first, I don't know what swamp they go into, because I know the swamps I live in, they ain't smelling like that, man. Our swamps, manly swamps. I'm from the manly swamps, you know what I'm saying? Tough. little bad gas, little something for you, little stank. but no, this soap actually smells incredible, man. I'm a big fan. This one, I will admit to you, this one's definitely the most complicated of them all. Like this one's, I have to spend the most time with trying to figure out what it is they're exactly going for. And it was definitely the most intriguing, as there's a lot going on here. We definitely have like a little forest action going on, as we have a lot of different woodsy scents being at play. But what's interesting is that we also have an orange. Now, what's really cool here is that we have the woodsy from like the pine, the fir needle, and the cedar, but the orange here is really, really strong. And it really boldens out everything and really strengthens it, I think, and gives it a really unique and different take on these soaps. And if you remember, I spoke about this earlier in one of my other reviews. You can go make sure you check that out, where I kind of break down what a forest is. And if you remember in that video, I said that you can go in so many different directions, and here I think is a perfect example where you have like forest effect, but you have a citrus that really brightens and makes it lively. And in this case, definitely gives it an attitude, and it's really interesting and really cool. Now, in all seriousness though, I really do believe that this could easily be some of you guys' favorite soap, for sure. It really does smell that good. I really do believe it. So far so good though, man. All the soaps I reviewed by Sudsy Bear, in terms of scents, have all been incredibly impressive. So with that being said though, let's go ahead and move on to the lather test, and there we'll see how it lathers, and we'll come back and do some concluding thoughts. So so bringing it back, as you can tell, really strong lather, and that's what you can expect from all those different oils working together. You're gonna get a nice, creamy, very rich lather, if you will. All right, this is our final segment of our review. Let's go ahead and go over some finer details and start wrapping up the video. So the Swamp Dweller is gonna come at $9. It's gonna weigh in at 6.25 ounces. 6.25 is much bigger than the average soap. Looking at the packaging in the soap, packaging had that really nice paper sleeve. Our soap really did a good job with the swamp aesthetic for the soap. In terms of ingredients, we had all natural ingredients. We had no synthetic oils, no fragrances or anything like that added, so that's really good pluses there. Everything was organic as well. We had a lot of different oils and a lot of different essential oils. overall, man, we just had a lot of different ingredients packed into one little soap. So I was really impressive to see that. So ingredients were definitely two thumbs up for sure. We also took a deeper dive on the way the soap smelled. I was a really big fan. I was really surprised by not only the nice combination between all the woodsy scents, they gave us a nice little forest thing going on, but I was really impressed by the zesty orange essential oil. Really gave the soap a real boldness to it and really had a nice citrus effect that really livened up the soap itself. So the scent was really impressive, and I think a lot of you are really gonna like that. Maybe your favorite, honestly, at the end of the day. Now, probably the most important part of this whole entire video is the performance and how did it make my skin feel. Now, for me, this is basically really where these soaps have been shining for me these last couple weeks. I've just been a big, huge fan of the way my skin has been really soft. It's been really moisturized. Like, there's no dryness anywhere, no irritations, no nothing. And getting to experience these soaps these last couple weeks has definitely been a real pleasure for me. So in conclusion of our review, man, it gives me a great joy to say that smell like a swamp or having that swamp booty isn't necessarily a bad thing. This soap makes smell like a swamp feel really cool, really manly, really tough. I hope you give this one a chance. If you're asking me which soaps, man, these 3 soaps here that I reviewed the last couple weeks have been awesome. I definitely recommend these 3. These are definitely safe bets. I haven't looked at the other ones, but those 3 I think are very safe bets. And remember, if on your first purchase, you do get that 20% discount. That's nothing to do with me. That's them. They offer that. That's for anybody on your first purchase. So I'd say take advantage of that. Get a couple of soaps that you like or are interested in buying them. I would definitely take advantage of that 20% discount. Also remember, anything over 50, that's free shipping and handling, so also keep that in mind. So finally, my question to you guys is, what do you think of the Swamp Dweller? Is this something that you would be interested in? If it is, let me know why. If not, same thing. So, and ultimately, what do you think of Sudsy Bear, man? Were you surprised like I was, or have you been using them and you're like, dude, I've been trying to show y'all the light, right? Either way, they'll let us know, and really curious about it. Can't wait to come back to Sudsy Bear. We'll come back one day, but next week we're probably going back to Bearsville, or we might be taking a look at Dr. Squatch's Brick of the Dead, depending on how everything works out. But either way, you'll see. I'll let you know. All right, my brothers. Once again, this is Natural Soap Man. It's been an absolute pleasure serving you guys with another review. You have any recommendations, please by all means let me know. I'm always looking for good soaps that are under the radar, or even the ones that are really popular. Both will do. I just love looking at them and sharing with you guys. So, but till next Tuesday, guys, you take care, be safe, and